fucking mascara on his fucking pimples, leaking like Candy Fake Baker, just fucking gutted a fish.
I think it's really more about a time when Hollywood thought that Gary Busey made for a decent father figure role model.
Some fucking big thing walks off the launch pad and goes, "Hello, everybody! I'm Bobcat Goldthwait," or something. I don't know. And
That would be incredible.
It's time for the middle classholes.
Yeah. No, she looked around. We looked around. Yeah, that was the scene where they're doing the hold on. It's the movie class.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Tony
that's
goes
the
like,
one.
"Public Enemy, it's a great movie," and he's
Yeah.
he doesn't even get up to shake his hand. He's a bit of fucking dick. Yeah, and he goes on. And he's like, basically kicks him out of his house. Don't bring her back.
Yeah. It's good. That's good.
Alan,
There's good stuff in there. What's
Are you
up?
in trouble right now? Are you okay?
No, I'm good. She was just like, "Did you record that?" And I was like, "No, I did not record that."
I didn't record that.
It's
girl.
okay to yell, "Is that the mulatto boy?" every now and again across a crowded room.
Just scream that, you know?
Yeah.
And I really, like,
Especially when
we'll leave it alone.
Okay, but like when you say, "I don't know if you'd enjoy it," it's kind of an ethnic show. What okay, let me just ask you this, okay? As the brown man of the show, like, have you not enjoyed most entertainment like throughout your life, which I would say has been mostly white person entertainment?
Yeah, but I also think that's by and large to, like, I mean, nowadays there are a plethora of diverse shows. You know, you can watch shows with all black casts and never have to see a white person on TV again, and that's cool. Like, I mean, that's fine. But like, when I started watching television, that was not how television was. So yes, I was entertained by white people, but at the same time, at one point in time, white people were like 90% of the people on television.
Yeah.
Now it's like 60. 70, 65. You know what I mean? There's a good split. You can find some stuff.
Sure.
But no, I mean, I think also, like I said, I'm leaning towards, like, my point is that I guess white entertainment has been mainstream entertainment. And it's very easy, I think, for a brown person to be like, I watched this white TV show. Whereas I don't find as many white people watching, you know, did you watch the Hughleys? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, their show, are you in depth on Martin, or did you catch a couple episodes? You know what I'm like?
Martin was, I was getting ready to go to Martin, and then I was getting ready to tell you that I started watching Chappelle's Show on Netflix now that Dave Chappelle gave me the green light to watch Chappelle's Show. Comedy is just good comedy. I mean, ethnic or not.
I thought for a second you were going to say, "I watched Urkel. I was a great show."
You know, right? like
even though I did watch the Cosbys when I was growing up.
You remember the PJs?
Sure, of course.
Claymation show, great show.
Yeah.
Like, so no, I don't mean no offense by that, but I think that sometimes entertainment doesn't cross paths as easily. You know what I'm saying?
Who the hell is that thing in there?
There's a wild animal just roaming around.
Who the hell's that mulatto dog walking around?
Jesus.
Well, I guess that was my point. Like, I think it was the first time I ever heard somebody like, quote unquote, I'm not saying you were accusing me. I'm just going to use the word accuse. Like, someone accused me of potentially not viewing something because it was quote unquote ethnic. I think that maybe this is a spot where we can start to fill in the divide. I don't necessarily think white people give a shit what kind of entertainment they're watching. Sometimes I think brown people might care more than white folk.
That's fair. I could see that.
I think the sample size is small here amongst the middle class holes because as sheltered as one could have perceived us to have been where we grew up and in the households we grew up, I watched whatever I want. I watched Martin. I watched the Cosbys. I watched the PJs. Yeah. I watched Urkel. Why am I blanking on that fucking
Family Matters?
Family Matters. Sorry, yeah. Carl Winslow. Yeah. And then amongst a few other shows and Bring the Pain. Chris Rock's stand up almost changed my life. It kind of changed my life. It did change my life. Maybe. somewhat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's Mur. Thank you for pointing it out. And
You're welcome.
check out Jesus and Miro. They're on Showtime
It
now.
sounds a little too ethnic for me.
Sounds a little brown, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. That makes some sense.
Why don't you just go watch some Carlos Mencia while you're at it? Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they talk about bodegas and things. You won't like it. It'll be fine.
But that's more of an urban city thing more than it is like there ain't too many bodegas here in Conowinga.
That's true. No, yeah, I mean it's a like Jamaican dude, well, like Jamaican immigrant dude and a Dominican immigrant dude. They're like second generation immigrants, I guess I should say. And they're both hilarious.
By the way, I still don't know that I necessarily understand what a bodega is. My first introduction to a bodega was from
Half-Baked.
Half-Baked. Yeah, Dave Chappelle.
Say it with
it's
me
like
now.
it's like a
Bodega.
privately owned like
Convenience store?
Yeah, yes, but I would liken it to like a little bit more like a Rite Aid or like a Walgreens. So it's got a lot of shit, a lot of random shit too. Like I would say it's like a hybrid Walgreens /CVS /Rite Aid, whichever one you want to pick. And have you ever been to a big ass Dollar General that has lots of stuff? Like, hey, you can get like fucking balloons filled up and shit randomly. It's like those two things mashed together, smashed into the side of a building. Like it's half the space of those stores, but it's all of the shit you can get in those stores in half the space.
But it typically some Asian behind the counter yelling at you. Hurry up!
Yeah. An Asian, an African, or some Dominican, depending on the neighborhood, on the borough. I think you get a different race of bodega owner. I think that's how it's assigned. They're broken up.
So kind of like whatever ethnicity you're most comfortable with, you pick your bodega.
So yes, but like, you know, yeah, like I would maybe not go to the Dominican bodega. They're a little aggressive for me. I know the Koreans. I kind of understand how they operate business wise. I'd go to a Korean bodega. I think that's just me.
You know? Say it with me now, bodega.
Bodega.
Hey man, hook me up with them dime bags.
See, I was actually under the impression because of Half-Baked that bodegas were just weed shops that were fronting as convenience stores and they only made their money off of weed. And it was just that they had stale candy bars in case the cops came in.
Right.
No, I think everything's good because you can get like hot food and shit. I'll send you a couple TikToks of this guy. They order random shit. He puts like breakfast sandwiches on Pop-Tarts and shit. It's wild. I mean, it doesn't sound delicious, but hey, New York, right? So yeah, I'll send you a couple. It's pretty good. But bodegas are crazy.
Road trip. I got number 2 yesterday. Let's get up there. Let's haul ass.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you say?
Good ones.
Tell Maria we'll be back in 12 hours.
12 hours, we're going bodega. She won't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. She'll just, what are you doing?
We're going to get a breakfast sandwich between 2 cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks in the buns. It's going to be delicious.
Who is Bo? Who's this bodega you were going to see?
more of that impression, please.
Oh, God. I used to do that all the time on the radio. And once listeners found out where she worked, they would go and talk to her about the little bits I would do with her voice. And I just got in so much fucking trouble over it. I'm willing to resurrect it. It's fine, though.
It almost reminds me of the scene from Private Parts where Stern's wife is driving around. And it's him getting groped up by a nude chick. Like, it's just an act. He doesn't really mean it. Oh, yeah. I could see you doing that.
Yeah, but I got pretty close to... I always kept it real. So I actually talked about real things that were going on in the house. Like there was like 90% truth and maybe 10% embellishment. And you know I like to embellish a little bit, Wes.
Yeah, sure.
But truth is more fun than fiction sometimes.
Hell yeah. Well, welcome to the Middle Class Holes, Mur, Allen, Foxman. So we got our first, after, I don't know how many videos we have on YouTube dating back to like 2+ years ago. It's in the hundreds. It's probably over 300 videos. But we got our first warning from YouTube about misinformation, about and I think they're really tightening up the noose on people fucking around with COVID information. Now, Ours was, and if you go back to it, it was a 5G chip gets put in you if you get the second round of vaccines, and obviously YouTube aren't fans of the show because they don't understand that we joke around about 95% of the shit that we talk about. But I broke the news to you guys about a couple of days ago. Did you kind of have like I know how I felt. I want to hear how you guys felt before I dive into my mope story. But I don't know. Did you guys like, God, fucking YouTube? Really? Assholes?
Fucking fascist Google fucking censored us. Fuck, thought this was a free country. No, I was like, oh, surprise. We put 5G COVID vaccine like in a title or in a description, and they were like, nope, absolutely not. Fuck, nope. Gotta stamp on that real quick. So no, not surprising at all. But yeah, it is what it is.
I wasn't surprised, I guess. I first I chuckled, then I rolled my eyes deeply into the back of my head. And then I started getting angry, like legit angry. Like, where the fuck's this country going? What are we gonna do next? We already banned the president from Twitter. Now, no, it concerns me. There's a lot of let me just say this: our stupid little dumb video, completely out of context. I guess I'm guessing solely based on the title, it got banned. Yet there are thousands upon thousands of hours of flat Earth fucking just dissertations available to the entire world. Which information is probably more detrimental to humankind? I know we're in the thick of it right now with COVID, but I would say flat Earth theory has longer lasting effects. COVID will be gone in 2 years. Flat Earth is forever.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a young, impressionable mind.
Well, I got the word when I was on my way to get my second shot, just a few blocks down the road. And it immediately, I had a knee-jerk reaction, and I thought to myself, I can see how conspiracy theorists get so fired up. I can see how they get so like, what? They're holding me down. They're holding the man down. Because then I thought, well, the reasonable, rational side of me thought they're just taking no chances. They didn't watch the video, obviously, because they would have realized we're joking around about it. It's a satire. It's not for real. We're not suggesting or recommending or saying that a 5G chip gets chucked into your body and you get that firmware update, as Alan put it.
Well, we were literally saying that we were talking about me getting my second shot. Mm-hmm. I think it's like starts out with like you're talking and then I'm like, yeah, I just got my second dose. So
right.
I mean, we're obviously either we're okay with getting chipped or we're cool with the vaccine. Or both.
Sure.
Either way, it's positive moving forward all the way through.
Well, I think that what ended up happening is I realized that they're filtering all of it, and they're not letting any of it through. Then it's a no tolerance policy. It's the way I equated it to was at a indoor soccer arena that I play at. They don't allow slide tackling, and it's not up for any interpretation. If someone falls down and then flails, they blow the whistle. If, basically it's just like there's no room for interpretation. If you slide tackle, it's a foul. If you post COVID 5G chip on the title of your YouTube video, nope, not happening. We ain't doing this. And, we have to follow the guidelines, it's unfortunate.
And, okay, look, I mean, I get it. It's stupid. I understand. But at the same time, we just came off a little bit of a period of time where some outlandish shit was just being said and written and emailed and 8chan'd and 4chan'd and whatever that fucking shit is. Like, shit was a little out of control. So yeah, I get it. I thought I'm a little bummed because I feel like that would, of course, get good traction.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, God damn it.
I keyworded the fuck out of that thing.
I just want the fucking views.
Yes.
I don't give a shit about anything else. But nope, it didn't work.
Yeah. And now it's strike one. Strike one. We have 2 more. So we may have to refrain from things like that. I don't know. Or unless we just title them differently.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I don't know how angry I want to get about this, but it frustrates me on a real level that I don't know that I can articulate fully, because I understand where you guys are coming from your perspective, but from where I'm at, like it's fucking controlling what people can say. I don't care how inflammatory and stupid our little video is or isn't. It's controlling what people say. And you have the biggest platform. Dude, Google's the biggest search engine in the world. YouTube is the biggest video sharing service in the world.
Can I object real quick? You can watch our video in its entirety and not.
Yeah. And you just can't watch the clip. Also, I was going to say you can listen to us as well. Mm-hmm. So, again, this is just, there are choices.
Right.
Like, I get it. I totally get it, Murr. And like I said, totally different reason. You think fucking fascist, liberal fucking America is killing your voice. I really just think that someone stole views from me. We both motivated differently, but yes, I agree. It's stupid. But I see, don't make a concession. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Now, if they shut down, if they flagged the entire video, the one that's the entirety of the episode, they'd be like, yeah, we got to come on, folks.
Like, we will fucking take our 300 viewers elsewhere, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, we'll go to Daily Motion.
Well, we'll put this shit on fucking Parler. Is that still a thing? What's the new thing now?
They won't let you have Parler.
We'll randomly WhatsApp it to fucking just people. Don't know where they are, just fucking people.
We'll revamp E-Bomb's world. All right, motherfuckers.
We will start a fucking Chan board so fast.
Well, not to drag this into super seriousville or anything, but and Alan, I'm sure you're not a big fan of old James O'Keefe and the Project Veritas folks. They're the ones that go through and do the undercover videos and expose, like, you know, super liberal organizations for their obvious motivations and biases. Mm-hmm. And he caught one of CNN's guys, like, sitting down saying, like, they were in fact trying to rig the election without outwardly rigging the election. And then he confronts the guy, and the guy's like, no comment, and then leaves. And so James O'Keefe goes on Twitter to promote this latest video, and Twitter has now banned him for life for spam, which he's not spamming. He was just advertising the video that he made to use the platform for viral content by using viral content. And it's just, they don't like the message, so they got rid of it. And I just worried that, like, moving forward, let's say, like, Bill Burr is somebody who's really kind of, he's doing a nice balancing act. I'm a comedian. These are jokes. You don't like the jokes, but you can't cancel me because I don't work for you. But at what point does, like, at what point do comedians get banned because your comedy's, it's just not funny, it's offensive? Like, when do we cross that line? And I just feel like our stupid video is just another example. And I don't know, the writing on the wall.
Yes, no. I mean, if it will be, we're all idiots if we don't think both sides don't fucking suck equally. Like, I've said that multiple times. I'm not ride or die for my side. Because fuck my side, fuck all the sides. It's bullshit. But yeah, I mean, that's bullshit. I agree with you, and he should fucking blast on CNN. You should fucking blast on Fox. You should fucking blast on all these motherfuckers who dump media dollars into fucking candidates and fucking campaigns and fucking gluing you to fucking the insurrection or whatever the fuck you want to call it, or whatever, all of this shit, Charlottesville, and jamming it all in your face. Media is to blame for a lot of the fucking shit that goes on in this country, 100%. Now, which side of the media, that's for you to fucking decide, but it should be all of it if you have a shred of common sense. And fucking, yeah, that's just my take on it, buddy.
Or none of it if they would just stay neutral and let everything that comes out be there, and you decide. You decide.
Yeah. You know what we could do? We could just have it run by the state, and then they could tell us the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Have them fund it, and advertise it and broadcast it
Look,
at their own leisure.
I'm not saying it's my ideal world. I'm just saying that the average American culture, if you will, seems pretty ripe for fascism. The American populace seems like we'd be pretty fucking good at it. We'd be like, hey, look at that. That's actually kind of working out. It's kind of working out. They got lots of their own resources. They're not starting shit with anybody at the moment, but they also are probably killing different groups of their own people. But that's fine. Self-contained.
The paranoia runs extremely deep. So that's a tall hurdle. If you can somehow dope that down with dope, drugs, and booze, then you might have an argument. But
just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it.
Okay, and we were talking about some of the news, the major networks that supply news. Here's what I found in my 38 years. All right, and this is going to sound equal parts somewhat liberating and equal parts dumb. All right, what I found is one of the most unbiased, best news outlets that you can get is National Public Radio, NPR. But man, that shit's boring fucking to listen to. God,
yeah, it is.
I got about 4 minutes. I'm like, gotta get off this. Gotta put on some Wu-Tang.
No, and you know what? That's how I think it's fucking good.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how it's decent news. Like, I've had people be like, oh, the fucking NPR, that liberal rag. And I'm like, dude, I mean, yes, what? I guess it leans slightly left, but it's not fucking, it's not CNN. It's not fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yes, I understand that, but I'm not fucking dumb. I have a reading level of someone who did graduate from college. Like, I can read this article and parse out that's some spin. Cool. Fact. Oh, opinion. Don't need that shit. And America, by and large, has lost fucking critical reading and thinking skills. So we've landed ourselves into a position we're in.
But you say that, but like I think the highest grossing form of media right now is the Joe Rogan Experience, where a kind of a dull comedian with very inquisitive, very curious, very high, often pretty drunk these days, sits down for 3 hours with some of the most educated people on the planet, and people listen for 3 hours plus. Why can't there just be a news show with it doesn't even have to be that captivating of a host, just somebody asking the right questions. Like, with a 24-hour news cycle, obviously there's old people that are just sitting in their fucking that fucking chair that sits them up to go fucking empty their cat's litter box and sit back down, like with their fucking MyPillow. They leave that shit on 24 hours a day. So there's got to be something.
Money comes from fucking advertising dollars. And how do you do that? You get people to watch. You put the fucking political equivalent of fucking Terry Bradshaw and Howie Long on fucking Fox Sunday mornings on CNN, and you have them talk about the fucking election for 17 hours. Like,
shit, I'd watch that.
It's stupid shit. It's dumb, and you shouldn't watch it. It's fucking stupid. Like, it's
Terry Bradshaw and Howie Long?
All of it. Why have I turned? My game doesn't start till 4 p.m. Why am I watching this shit? The first ones don't kick off for 4 more hours.
If I want to vote,
I'm watching Howie Long run fake routes with fucking Keyshawn Johnson or whoever the fuck is on Fox, because Fox is terrible. I don't watch it. But fucking yeah, no, dude. It's all a fucking sham. Stop watching TV, guys.
If I'm gonna vote, I'm gonna do an I formation. Okay, I'm gonna come around here. I'm gonna try to figure out. I'm gonna get through my left tackle, but maybe our right tackle. I don't know. I'm more independent. Maybe I'll go up through the middle with the center. Ha ha! Vote for the man.
They always fucking like hand off to like they fake snap it to Terry Bradshaw, and he fucking bow legs his way down the fake football field, hucks a fucking 6-yarder. You know what I mean? Somebody drops it. God, it's dude, and that's the equivalent of what has happened on Fox and CNN and MSN, all of them.
Yeah.
And people watch this shit. Who was that one dude that we made memes out of who was just staying up counting figurative electoral votes? Like that fucking
CNN?
guy. Yeah, maybe CNN, MSNBC. I don't fucking know. They just had this poor man fucking probably on cocaine and fucking coffee just talking about, well, if fucking 15 people show up in DeKalb County, maybe that county will swing blue. Like, why? Nobody cares. Keep that shit on local news.
It's all fine. It's all a scam anyway. With the elections rigged anyway.
It's all fucking rigged. He's just bringing 40,000 votes for whoever he won at night. Duh.
Fake mail routes. That's your people.
Fucking dead people, Civil War veterans voting.
That's right. That's right. Hey, you had mentioned earlier, Alan, ride or die. I think we need to pay homage to the passing of Ponzi scheme starter, 82-year-old Bernie Madoff, who passed away in jail just a few short days ago. I didn't realize this. This is actually not too long ago. His lawyers tried to get him out of jail due to some illness and the COVID vaccine. They wanted him to leave. Some of the numbers are staggering. They recovered $14 billion of an estimated $17.5 billion. At the time of Madoff's arrest, fake account statements were telling clients he had a holding of $60 billion. One of the quotes I love to hear, what's this from Tom Fitzmaurice. He's probably probably someone in CNN. He stole from the rich. He stole from the poor. He stole from the in-between. He had no values. That is wild. Obviously, we will get to the ride or die passing of a famous rapper here in a little bit. But Bernie Madoff, did you guys shed a tear or did you guys laugh and drink your beer?
Bernie Madoff might be responsible for teaching me more about economics in my adult life than any teacher I ever had, any bank statement I've ever had, any long fucking bank account loan information that I've ever tried to trudge through. The breakdown of what Bernie Madoff did taught me more about American finance than anyone in the history of the world. And for that, I thank him. And plus, he did he duped Kevin Bacon. Not that Kevin Bacon is necessarily the smartest man in the world or anything, but it's Kevin Bacon, Steven Spielberg. The list went on and on and on. And I gotta be honest, a good Ponzi scheme. I mean, if there's one person everybody can agree gets fucked, Ponzi schemes seem like they might work pretty well. As far as an economic plan, who's the richest asshole we know that we all hate? Let's steal all of his money and then create a financial plan around it. Only one person gets hurt. I feel like you could be an American hero if you just tweaked his plan just a tiny, tiny bit.
In what way? Focusing just not on the dickheads, but the real self-righteous, no moral and no value having asshole rich people?
Well, no, let's just say, we'll just use Jeff Bezos as an example because he's got enough money to get this thing really rolling for a lot of accounts. Okay. So you just say, all right, we're going to fuck Jeff Bezos over, okay? So we're going to take his money, and he's now going to have zero. But what we're going to do is because the Ponzi scheme works by, you take one guy's money, and then you show it to the other guy. So I got all this money in backing. You're cool, right? So now you give me your money, but see, you never got the other guy's money, so you really don't have it. And so then you just start investing, and then when one person asks for their money back, you give them the other guy's money. So it's just kind of it's just a bait and switch kind of tactic. So what I'm saying is you just steal all of Jeff Bezos' money, and then you start the scheme, but nobody gives a shit if you give Jeff his money back. So then we just say, fuck you, Jeff, and then we all get rich.
It's my boy, Jeff Ponzi.
I feel like there needs to be some more details worked out, but I'm here. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the infancy of a plan.
Yeah, I'm not a numbers guy, so I mean, you figure it out though. I'm here to help. You just
says the salesman.
Hey, I just know what number I need to get to, my friend.
I know the finish line.
Yep, that's it.
82 years young. What is this? More than 15,400 claims made against Madoff were filed. So yeah, the guy had a long history of fucking people over. Price. I want to know, what I would really like to know is what was his life 5 years prior to getting caught? How well
amazing,
lavish and amazing do you think that guy? I mean, this is I don't know if Bernie Madoff is Jewish. He just looks like a Jewish guy, and if that's, if if that's an assholeish thing for me to say, then so be it.
No, it's just a funny thing for you to say.
So I'm just looking at this guy and I'm just thinking, okay, whatever. It doesn't seem like the supreme party animal, but with that type of money, circa 2006, 2005, I hope he had a good time. Christ, I hope he had the last few years in his jail to memoir about those times.
Now go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's hunting humans money. Like you can just hunt people.
The John Leguizamo style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just on an island hunting people with other rich folk.
So he was in jail for what, like 20 years? Is that like he went down around early 2000s?
2009 he went.
Oh.
He pled guilty.
Okay, so 2009. So what's that? That's 12 years, And so for like 20 years, you were fucking scamming the shit out of people, like just drinking just drinking Dom Perignon out of fucking gold chalices. I don't know. It seems like an okay trade-off, especially once you got to jail and it's like, yo, what you in for? I scammed Kevin Bacon, Steven Spielberg. Oh, the list goes on. What'd you do with that money? Oh, I fucked so much pussy in every goddamn continent on the fucking planet. Oh, you wouldn't believe. All of a sudden, you're like, you're a celebrity in jail. Everybody wants you to start like, yo, when I get out in 10 years, what can you do for me? You start coming up with financial plans for all these prisoners. Like, yeah, you're still living behind bars, but you got story after story to tell. You're an old white Jewish guy. They're not going to get your ass kicked as long as you got something to provide. And you can give these guys, again, you can give them advice. And you've lived such a lavish life. It's kind of like a good 3 and out question. Like, if you knew you were going to spend the last 10 years of your life in jail, but for the 30 years before you got caught, you could live like a supreme baller, would you do it?
I think it depends. He was in a nice prison, I think, right?
Yeah, because he fucking had billions of dollars.
Yeah, he wasn't in fucking Rikers. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't think
federal pound you in the ass prison.
Yeah, I think he was kind of just chilling. Like, that's the kind of place that, like, you walk around with, like, they give you boat shoes and shit when you get in with your jump chute. And, like, you just hang around and read books. And fucking play billiards. Like, that's like, it's not real jail. So, yeah, I mean, I would take that. I would take rich people jail and 30 years of balling. Because rich people jail sounds kind of fun. You just hang out with other rich guys who dig financial crimes. White collar crimes. Everybody's only in there for like fucking 5 to 10 years because that's really all you ever get for stealing money. Except for him, he got a lot. But
yeah, he was made an example of.
Yeah,
because he stole.
Nowadays they're like, fuck it.
He stole from other rich people.
As long as you don't get into the like tens of billions of stolen monies, then yeah, I think they let you slide. They're like, whatever, it's gone now.
Wes.
I mean, what about his lifestyle
No. Would you take the 30 years of balling for the last 10 years in jail, or would you just live that even-keeled lifestyle?
Fuck, this is so hard. I love my freedom, but I don't know, man. I guess it's like it's almost like that movie Looper, where you you're gonna die at some point, and then you get all the gold at the end after you close your loop.
It's one of those movies where I've seen it multiple times, and I still don't know if it's good or bad.
Good movie, bad ending.
Okay.
Well,
that's fair.
Despite the fact,
good concept, bad movie.
I guess
bad execution.
No,
yeah.
He didn't know that it was coming to an end. Do I get to know? This is like a weird 3 and out question. Do I know that it's coming to an end? Do I know I get 30-ish years of balling?
Yeah, it's going to come to an end, but you don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
But you get at least you get like at least we'll say a 75-25 split on freedom versus prison.
Right, and then it's 10 years after that, and I'm free
or dead. Either way.
Okay, and then I live a normal life after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd go for that. I think I could do that. I could muster that.
I mean, if you get out, I feel like Kevin Bacon murders you. But that's just my take on things.
6 degrees, bitch.
And no one investigates.
Yeah, and nobody would even think about it. It'd just be like,
okay.
well, it is what it is.
So he died when he's 82, which means he pretty much went to jail at 70. Isn't that the point where, like, the wife you can't divorce because she'll take half of what you got is already annoying the piss out of you anyway? And now you get to go to, like Alan said, the fucking white collar country club and just fucking play racquetball and shuffleboard with a bunch of assholes just like yourself. It almost seems like the way to go out.
You ever see like the fucking aerial views? They're like fucking like those 1-level elementary schools that you see. You're just like, oh, look at that, that's nice. There's like a fucking there's a jungle gym outside for movement. It's fucking you're good to go. Fucking these old rich guys just hanging out.
Holy shit!
Fucking...
That guy has a Western grip forehand. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Good to go.
Go. Well, sayonara. Hope that that Ponzi scheme shit worked out well. But we do want to pay homage to another fallen soldier, DMX, who passed away this week after 6 or 7 days of intensive care after an OD. An outcry on social media. People were just in tears. I was even at a post golf get together cookout where it was just DMX music going on. I don't think I'd heard some of that shit in ages. Your thoughts real quick before our first break. We're going to give Bertie Madoff about 15 minutes. DMX is going to get 2 to 3.
DMX get like 30 seconds. No, I mean, yeah, that sucks, man. He had a tough life, an interesting life, a tough life that he created for himself. But yeah, he's obviously a musical legend in my opinion. He had 2 fucking classic albums. The third album was kind of trash, but it had the commercial sit. So that's usually how it goes, isn't it? That's what got him the checks. He had 2 very good fucking albums prior to getting the bag, as they say.
Right.
So, rest in peace. I forget his real name. What's it, Earl? Is it Earl? I think it is Earl.
Earl X.
X.
I don't know. Come on, it's DMX. That's all I know.
It's D.
Yeah.
All right. The wonderful one more. We're going to get a point. We know you're not a rap fan, so it's
Dude, here's the thing. Okay, I'm trying to find the best way to paint the silver lining around the cloud for this. If you played a DMX song, I could tell you that that's DMX.
Okay.
However, I could not name you a single DMX song or quote a single lyric.
Okay.
But I would know the voice, I would know the cadence, and I would know just that.
It's like being like, I wouldn't know, like, I can't tell you a Gilbert Gottfried joke, but I could definitely tell you if I hear Gilbert Gottfried. Like,
yeah, but okay, yes, but Gilbert
No
Gottfried
shit.
doesn't. But he doesn't sing. That's just his voice. Like, you could pick him out of a crowd. But like DMX, like, I mean, he's a musical artist. Like, if you played like an Ed Sheeran song, a Justin Bieber song, and like a Backstreet Boy solo from the middle of a song, I couldn't tell you who was who. But DMX, it was a unique style and a unique sound. I could pick his voice out of a crowd. So that's the best you're gonna get from me.
Do you think DMX shortchanged himself by not having Gilbert Gottfried on a song, maybe to do like a opening or some sort of chorus?
Rough Rider.
he should have definitely collabed on that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's right.
That would have been
What?
That would have been a hot track.
They just could have done those two saying what back and forth. What? What? What?
What? Classics.
What?
Someone please mix that together.
No, we'll never know.
I will say anyone who was born from 1977 until roughly like 1990, who had any inkling of hip hop culture in their blood whatsoever, appreciated what DMX did in around circa 1997 when he came out with Dark and Hell Is Not. I wasn't the biggest fan. I'll go out and say Rough Rider Anthem is one of the most overrated hip hop songs of all time. Okay, that's just me. But that album, amazing. And if you didn't think he like laid the groundwork and made his mark in the game, you're an idiot. So rest in peace. Here's to Madoff and Earl X.
Earl Simmons.
Earl Simmons.
We totally forgot about Prince Philip. We had another death too.
Oh shit. Yes,
yeah, that's right. The Crypt Keeper. I mean, it was like 1,000,000 years old.
99. Yeah.
He was. His birthday was coming up in June, so we'll give him 100. We'll spot him. We'll spot him 2 months. We'll give him the big century.
Yeah. I feel like a stiff breeze blows that man over, like a
dude. That guy was driving last year.
Oh, at 98. Right?
Yeah. Like he was sharp. He was sharp.
Guys, like he was alive during the war. All of them.
Yeah,
all of the wars, all modern wars. He was alive.
Yeah.
Oh, if you go to an undeveloped, very like ethnic African country, they have his like picture like tacked on a wall from like 1922, and they pray to him for rain. And I'm sure he's fathered so many illegitimate children around the globe.
I did see something. I started watching a documentary. I don't even know what it's called. I'll get back to you on it. But I'm fairly certain there was a small African child being like, look at me standing next to Prince Philip's statue in my home Ghana. And I'm like, oh man, this is really fucking not okay. And it was just like him like in an explorer's outfit, like pointing into the distance, into the horizon, like he actually explored anything. He was just down there like fucking shooting lame lions and fucking bringing them back to the palace.
Right. Okay, are we done the required shoot
Our Prince
here?
Philip tribute was really the kicker.
I would like to go kill some big game. I'd like to shoot a hippo.
Are we done with this here? Give them some water. Let's go kill some animals.
Does anyone know how to shoot a hippo? Yeah. Now, did he serve? Do you know? Was he a lot of those? Listen.
Yeah, I think he was in World War II, World War One.
Okay.
As you said, probally all of them.
All of them. No, I think he was in World War II.
And Falkland Islands as a 70-year-old staff sergeant.
All of those weird wars that they had to wage over all the islands they stole. Yeah.
I will give some of, because I don't want to say like credit where credit's due, but the royal family, they do make the men, at least the ones who have some sort of heir or bloodline to the throne, they do make them serve. Now, do they see action? More than nowadays, more often than not. But Harry and William served. A lot of these guys, a lot of Charles' brothers, Charles himself, a lot of those guys, especially Charles's brothers, served in Falkland Islands, and they killed Argentines, and Brits died. Not many, but a few.
They killed Germans.
Yeah,
in a different place.
That's true. Yeah.
I never thought about it like that.
They were like, "Oh no, you Germans, we don't want you down there either."
Right. Yeah.
We kicked you out of one continent. You will not go to another.
Did you learn that on Drunk History?
What's that?
Did you learn that on Drunk History?
What? That they were Germans?
No, that there's like they caught. That's not how the Falkland Island War started.
No, I know. I don't know much about it, but I just know that there are a lot of Germans.
Argentina housed a lot of escapes, or what would you call it? The exile. Rikers.
Yeah,
right?
Lots of big names down there.
A lot of heavy hitters from the Hitler regime.
Yeah, a lot of shot callers.
A lot of a lot of DMXs down there.
A lot of fucking. Smuggled gold paid for mansions in Argentina.
But what I did want to say about Prince Philip is he's like the last old world baller, because I don't know all the ins and the outs of like the royalty and how you take the throne, but he was married to the Queen of England and was never crowned king. So he just like he just got to be almost like this, like, okay, in American terms, he was like the Stedman to the Queen's Oprah.
Yeah.
Like, all right, bitch, you got all the money. I'm just going to go gallivant around and fucking bang African chicks in the fucking Serengeti. See you in a month.
Well, he was like, he was like Prince of like Denmark or something, right? Like that was what he was originally before he got with Elizabeth. He was like Greek and Danish or some shit. And then, so but they were cousins as well. Let's not forget that.
Was that towards the last tail end of when they were still trying to link up and marry royalty? Because they were still
when they were trying to unite empires.
I think that may have been the last go round of it. I haven't. He almost. It's weird. When I was growing up, I remember being. I think this is like somewhat enthralled, but somewhat taken back because Diana left Charles, and she died in '97, and Harry and William were children around my age. I think Harry's like a year younger and William's like 2 years older than me or something like that. But my dad had said, "Man, Harry's got the life." So, what do you mean? William's got to do all this regal shit. His dad's gonna take over, and then his dad's gonna die, and then he's got to be the fucking president. Harry ain't got to do shit, man. He's fucking bulletproof. Now, revisionist history. My father isn't here to see that now Harry and wifey have fled and now are living a lavish lifestyle in Los Angeles. But I almost feel like Philip, what you talked about, married in, didn't have to be king, didn't have to do anything. What do you have to do?
Nothing. Stand tall.
Yeah.
Bang that old fucking pussy.
Live to your 99. Now, here's my real question. All right. We got to line up at the gates, of heaven. All right. Does William butt in front of Bertie Madoff? Say, get the fuck out of the way.
Wait, William. Who?
Or sorry, not William. Philip. Sorry.
No, DMX fucking gets in front of both of them and
what? Move! Yeah!
Get out the way.
I saw
it's a ludicrous song, but whatever. We'll let it go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, terrible. I did see something today. It was a thrown together TikTok, I think, of like a fake crowd, and it was like the crowd in heaven waiting for the next entrance, and then the fucking Rough Riders anthem started playing, and the whole crowd went ape shit. It was pretty good.
Like a warm, creamy chutney. Get ready for another spoonful of the middle class holes.
And welcome back to the Middle Class Holes, Foxman, Alan Murr. Guys, your boy, what the hell's his name? Jeff Bezos?
Elon?
That's right. Elon Musk had himself a hell of a week, or actually like a hell of a 10 days. First of all, I mean, this one, I almost still don't believe this is true, but there was here an Easter egg hunt with some of the Tesla owners to where they would do a voice command over the charge door port. Okay, then which would be similar to a gas door, correct?
Yeah.
I don't own a Tesla, so I'm just gonna guess on that one.
My Tesla's in the shop.
Yeah, that's right. But so there's a voice command prompt that opens it up. And typically, I don't know what the glossary is. I would say open up door. Someone voice commanded it to say open butthole. And it opened. He tweets about it. And then a bunch of other people say, holy shit, it happens. And then lo and behold, close butthole closes.
No, hold on. It's not butthole. It's bunghole.
Bunghole.
Like
God damn it,
it
you're
bunghole?
right. It is bunghole. Yeah, I read it. Yeah. So open and close bunghole does open up these doors. And then what did they said? Yeah, that was an Easter egg, and you all found it. It was a Willy Wonka moment.
Yeah.
It gives me so much joy.
Hell yeah.
To know that this man has such a sense of humor about some of the greatest technology that there's ever been. His latest on Twitter right now is Ford is apparently out like testing they put this big campaign together about how they're testing their driverless cars right now, and like in the least populated areas, like it's like the northern parts of the US and lower Canada, they're testing out their self-driving capabilities so they don't kill anybody. And so Elon is like, good job, guys. And he posts the clip from Tommy Boy where the hood pops up.
Yeah. You can't close the hood unless you don't take the oil out.
But he posted that whole scene as like, here's their product testing in action. He fuck the world. Elon Musk says, fuck the world. I'll do what I want. He's got all the games that you can play. I mean, what kind of balls it takes to like even put video games in a self-driving car? Like, I trust my technology so much so.
Speaking of which, there's a voice command that says my balls are cold, which turns on the driver's seat heaters.
Nice.
Look, I find this is better than Cat's butthole cut. I mean, and the fact that he was like, it is. Hell yeah. I'm like, fucking
all right.
Maybe that's
definitely Cat's butthole is definitely the worst butthole related piece that we've done on the show. So this right here, I think, being only the second butthole specific segment, automatically jumps to the top.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, this is fucking sweet. I would just do it all the time until I broke it. The motor would like burn out or something, and then I'd be like, oh, the bunghole stuck open.
Open bunghole, closed bunghole.
I can't get the bunghole open.
I have to think that this was some dudes riding around smoking a joint in their late 30s, early 40s, and they pull into a convenience store to get themselves some fucking Krispy Kremes or whatever, like, or I don't know. Christ, that just shows my ignorance because you don't have a charging station at some of these places. So maybe they get home and like, yeah, open bunghole. Holy shit! Holy shit! That worked. Oh my god.
But what I do love about this the most is that Elon has the Boring Company. He literally called it the Boring Company, to be funny because they're literally boring holes in the ground. He's got SpaceX, where he's got the most advanced rocketry that mankind has ever seen. He's got Tesla. He's got Neuralink. He's got all of these like highly advanced endeavors, and yet he's sitting around the boardroom table like, what kind of funny things can we make the car do? Open bunghole? I like it. Put it in. Just all that shit. Because he finalizes all the deals. Everything they finally come up with, Elon has the final say. So somebody had to slide a sticky note across the table at some point and say, how about this? Right. And he had to approve it.
I like to think I like to think it was a Dr. Evil round table. Like, all right, what do you got? Open sesame? All right, what do you got? Open bunghole? I like it. Okay. Can we code that? Yeah, let's code it. Run with it.
Let's get it in there.
Yeah.
I wonder if they looked at just multiple different, like, just hole designs and were like, oh, well, that's the one. That's the one. And it looks like a butthole.
Well, the top of the Starship, the thing that they're trying to send to Mars, the one that keeps exploding, but they keep firing them off anyway to test them out. Yeah. He walked in after the final design, and he's such a big fan of what's the Adam Sandler movie, the Zohan?
It's such a great movie.
Yeah,
it may not be that. No, it might be the Sacha Baron Cohen movie where he's the dictator.
The dictator.
And apparently the dictator said that their nuclear missiles weren't pointy enough. Yes. And so Elon walked in after they designed the Starship and said, it's not pointy enough. And they redesigned it to make the top pointier just because he just thought it would be funny to make a pointier missile. That's it.
Like, I forgot about the dictator.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Slay me on that.
And hey, he's on a different level, man. Like you said, that Neuralink shit, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, and speaking of which, he's good now. He has monkeys playing Pong with their mind. What I didn't read into that too much more. What outside of like a South Park 4-ass monkey thing. What? Because this is supposed to translate to humans now. What can humans do with their minds if monkeys can play Pong with their mind?
Well, first, let me just say I'm disappointed that you didn't watch the video.
Jesus, man, I had a long week. I'm studying for an exam on fucking next week.
Okay, well, maybe Neuralink would help you, and if you knew more about it, you could study harder, and you maybe. Okay, so what they did was
I read the fucking bunghole fucking thing. All right, that's
the Neuralink thing possibly like blew my mind for what is possible with today's technology. Mm-hmm. That's what that fucking Neuralink video did for me. So they got a monkey and they put the little Neuralink implants in there and they've got it hooked up to their computer program and an iPhone. And what it does is the monkey's playing Pong. And the monkey, they've got like a steady stream of banana smoothie. Like, so as long as he's drinking the banana smoothie, he can play Pong. And so he's playing Pong and they're basically tracking like what brainwaves are happening as he moves the joystick. And they calibrate his brain with the Neuralink. And then they unplug the video game controller. And so the monkey thinks he's still playing with the controller, but it's not. It's just his brain. And then they take away the controller completely. And basically he's looking at the screen saying, I want the ball to go there. And the Neuralink knows what his mind wants to do. And just fucking his mind is now the game controller. And it just moves wherever he thinks it to move. But it's amazing.
But he's still drinking the banana smoothie, though. That's got to be that's the outlier, right? You got to keep them all fucked up.
That's the outlier. Because monkeys don't like Pong as much as they like banana smoothies.
It's I think it's just that kind of brain activity requires high levels of potassium. So if he's just constantly sucking down bananas, I think he's good to go.
So the point would be, though, if you were paralyzed and you didn't have the ability to like use your arms or your hands, then you would be linked up to your iPhone and you would just look at your iPhone and think about, I want to touch the text message key, and it just opens. And then you would just think about the message you want to write, and it writes it. And it doesn't take long to set up. It's beyond amazing. And this is its infancy. So just imagine where it's going to be in 10 years from now. It's fucking wild. And this is why sometimes you don't need so much government regulation. Because I have a feeling in the dark of night, they fucking cut a monkey's brain open and put 2 implants in there.
You don't even have to do that in the dark of night. And now, humans, on the other hand, but that's coming. So we're doing that in the lab somewhere. Underground, human implanting, human Neuralinking, and then, that's all hell breaks loose.
I don't think it's just, it is fascinating. That's all I was going to say. I saw that it was the whole Pong thing. But what's more fascinating is I didn't know that they were continuously feeding him banana milkshake. That's wild.
That's the key to the story.
It's in like a giant like silver dick tube too, and it's just the monkey's just sitting there just deep throating the whole time he's playing.
Brain freeze, looking like fucking Brendan Fraser from Encino Man.
Oh man, but he even like designed his own. Like, I don't know, I guess like brain surgery machine to implant these things with like a 0.05% of error. It basically looks like you lay down and the welding machines that you see in like all the car plants. Mm-hmm. It just kind of, these big robotic arms just kind of come down and just cut a square hole in your head, put this thing in and sew you up and send you on your way. That's it. Minimally invasive.
You'll be gone the same day, Just got to rub a little alcohol here, a little patch. Good to go. Right?
It just sucks for me because I can't grow any hair back like to cover the scars. So I'm linked up, man.
Linked up, and then Musk had another breakthrough. I mean, he's talking about being able to do Triceratops and T-Rexes and fucking Brontosauruses. Yeah.
Well, this is where he went wrong, and this wasn't on Musk. This is on his partner. I think it's the Neuralink partner that they can. He's already said he doesn't want to recreate Jurassic Park. He wants to do Jurassic World. Did you guys see Jurassic World, the one with Chris Pratt?
Yeah,
the latest one.
Right.
I did.
Yes.
because in that one, they're not even making dinosaurs. They're just making up fucking bullshit animals. And that's what he says that he thinks that they can do and they want to do. And Elon just kind of was like, nah, that's your project, homeboy, because that has no... I don't want to see... do you want to see that? Okay, if they made fake animals out of genetic material, is that something that you would plan a vacation around?
I mean... Is it a Velociraptor platypus hybrid? Because yes.
Potentially, but they got to be doing some funky shit, though. I just don't feel like you can go and look at them like a zoo. You
mean to tell me you would not have watched a raptor eat a goat? Because I would have watched that shit. I would watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could pay, if I could just go to Six Flags and, bald guy in a suit's dancing and there's a raptor eating a fucking goat over here. Yeah, I'm in.
Now, if you're saying
that, I'm fucking paying for that.
If you're
I might get a season pass.
If you're saying doing some funky shit, aka meaning that these hybrid animals need to line up next to someone doing a funky dance, some sort of choreographed thing, all neural linked up, fucking yeah. Then you bet your ass, and then we get to throw fucking goats and chickens and stuff onto the stage.
Yeah, imagine you know the stage shows they have at amusement parks, like the rootin' tootin' shootin' gootin' and fucking it's just a Wild West 15-minute stunt show that they run every half hour. Imagine if that had dinosaurs in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there.
If they allowed if they allowed these animals to be genetically programmed to see who like arena style, gladiator style, where they're like, we built this Velociraptor platypus turkey hybrid
on rock and roll. Sorry, I had to
to take on this cocaine fueled grizzly bear ostrich. Then yeah, that's something I would go witness. And I mean, the way they could say it is look, they didn't exist before, and after this death match, they won't exist after either.
Yeah.
They'd have to but they'd have to do it in Costa Rica or somewhere with very lax, or Russia. They couldn't do it in the States though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, wasn't Jurassic Park in Latin America or something?
I don't remember.
I feel like I don't know why. I mean, Jurassic Park probably plays a huge part in this, but Jurassic Park has led me to believe that all dinosaurs lived in a jungle climate, a jungle atmosphere, ecosystem. So we just need to find some jungle, is what I think.
Yeah,
is really all we need. Doesn't matter what kind of. Could be a fucking desert dinosaur. Just put it in the jungle. It's fine. It'll figure it out.
Well, you know my political stance, and I'm all about taking over South American countries.
Yeah. It hasn't worked out too well for. Right. I think we're more about destabilizing them and taking their resources. But yeah, either way,
Mur would do nothing but put white television on
that's right
on their cable.
It's so you have uranium deposits. You say, let's just go ahead and get rid of that democratically elected president.
Yeah.
That seems like he doesn't need to be there.
Would you guys like some Friends syndicated from 4 to 7 p.m.?
Tell you what, we'll give you Hulu once a month.
I'd give him Seinfeld too. Maybe some Big Bang Theory.
Sure.
There's one brown guy in that show.
We got Frasier.
Tell him fucking Seinfeld just came out. This is very new.
Yeah.
Look at all this. Look at the style. It's so modern.
This is America right now.
This is it.
100%.
Lots of baggy button-down shirts.
And now you got to deal with
tucked into jeans.
A 4-ass Triceratops. Feed him.
Open bunghole.
Nice.
Well, that's our Elon Musk fist. Elon Musk.
Musk fist.
Our Musk talk about segment.
Am I dealing with that right?
Yeah.
Well, either way, fuck it, man. You know what? I think, Murr, it's time for you to take it away for...
It is time for 5 fun facts for you fuckers this Friday. It is your Fun Fact Friday, being brought to you by the bullshit online, crybaby group, the Shit Splits Recovery group. You can find them on Facebook, Alan.
Pause. Did anybody look at that group today or recently in the last 12 hours?
I'm not a member, so I haven't looked.
You're not a member?
No, because the group
He's not a member.
The group
that's
is
why.
satirically made out of an ailment that I had for 2 days when I was 15. So I don't lend credence to that fucking dickhead owner, piece of shit, good friend of mine.
Yo, I don't know. So not everything in there is satire, right?
No.
There are very many people that think that this is a serious support group.
No, I understand.
Why do you think
I would begin? Hold on, and I know that almost none of them listen.
Oh, no, they
I
don't.
would assume. So someone put on there today that they had like surgery on their shins for shin splints. And I think the Shin Splints Recovery Group has reached a new level.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted today. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't know if you guys had seen it.
No, I roll my eyes and damn near throw my phone out my car window every time I get an update from that fucking site. I remember when I was in high school, I was wincing a bit putting on my my soccer socks, getting ready to guard up. And my very nurturing coach walked by and said, "What's wrong with you?" It's like, I got shin splints, and said, "You want to start? Or you want to be a pussy?" I was like, I want to start. He's like, "All right, well, put your guards on, pussy." So if you are a pussy, head on over to the Shin Splints Recovery Group, where you too can find pussies just like yourself. So let's get to it. Your Fun Fact Friday, starting with this: did you know that gambling generates more revenue than recorded music, movies, cruise ships, theme parks, and spectator sports combined? It is a $40 billion a year industry in the U.S. alone.
Ooh. I probably would have like a la carted about 2 or 3 things of what you said, but all those together, no, I didn't know that. Now I do know that it's big business, and I do know that a lot of states, Maryland included, have implemented it, as well as like sports gambling, which they should have. Because look, face it, man, it's all about the children. A lot of this money is going to go back into public works, going to make them road safe, going to give themselves a tablet, young Billy a tablet in his 9th grade class. What do you mean no? A lot of those places, look, if you build a casino here, some of that money's got to go towards the state.
Yeah. But like the state, have you been in this state recently? This state's fucking up, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been okay. We've been better than the deep south, but not better than lots of other places. We're like right in the middle. But either way, yeah. I mean, I did not know it was that much money. That's a shit ton of money.
It is a shit ton of money.
It seems. I mean, that seems reasonable. It's like an addiction that gets advertised all the time. You know, like you don't see heroin on TV a whole lot, but you're like, come on down to Hollywood races and slots, motherfucker. Like, so, yeah, I mean, it seems reasonable to believe that would be a thing.
Yeah,
dude. We have
say that Murderer's Row whenever you're done.
We have a listener, and he's more of a friend of you guys. Like all the mutual friends is with you guys. That it seems like gambling is now his job, because he posts pictures of fucking stacks every weekend.
Yeah. And
I'm just like, am I doing something wrong in life? I mean, I know gambling isn't easy and people lose their shirt every fucking, there's somebody who loses their shirt every day, loses like their family's like entire fortune. But when I see somebody like holding up like $10,000 to their head like a cell phone from the 1980s, I get real jealous and really wonder like what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah. I don't know. He doesn't document his losses. You don't know that though.
That's true. Well, let me tell you something. If he's only losing Monday through Thursday, he's more than making up for it from what I've seen on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So you said movies, pornography.
No, not pornography. Let's not get crazy here. Music,
like easy,
cruise ships, theme parks, spectator sports combined.
Sheesh. Ugh. Well, it pays Grace, Alan, you and I live walking distance to one. Let's go down and fucking roll some dice. Clack.
Dude,
I'm down.
Wes, I think about craps every day because of you. I still don't understand it. I still don't know how to play. But man, I just remember when I got those dice in my hand, it was like I owned everyone's money for like 5 minutes. It was the most empowering feeling. I'm like, I understand why you do this now.
I've never played. I have no idea what it's like.
Oh man. Oh, we got that's a rite of passage. We got
I'm not a big gambler either.
We get you
Fucking wait.
We can get you in like the $10 minimum Sunday at 11 a.m. We can get you in there. Don't worry.
Let's do it. I'll get fucking sauced up in the morning.
Yeah.
You think I won't go to fucking brunch and go gamble?
Alan, I
you
met.
think I won't get mimosa up and go fucking gamble?
I met you for a Newcastle game at a bar in Fells Point at 6:45 a.m.
That's true.
I know that you will do that. Don't worry.
That's the thing. Shots of Pikesville Rye. That's how you wake up.
Hey, Alan, you remember in The Hobbit when, or no, maybe it was The Lord of the Rings, and like Bilbo, he wants the ring, and he goes fucking ape shit crazy for like a split second, like give it a goddamn. That's what it feels like right when you start to get the dice in your hand. You fucking lose your fucking shit and turn into a fucking gargoyle from the 3rd fucking century Middle Earth.
Like, give me that.
Right. And then when you do something wrong, like a dice goes off the table, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, everybody, I'm sorry.
And then it's Shameville.
Yeah, it makes no
just
difference.
Go outside.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Dude, do people throw dice off the table?
Yeah, I mean, it happens not quite often, but every now and then.
At least that seems all right. I need more of a breakdown. Like, have you watched someone do this and been like, "All right, that guy just doesn't know how to throw a baseball"? Or something. You know what I mean? Like, how I thought at least in movies, I thought crap tables were designed for those things not to go much of anywhere.
They are
on the crap table.
If you look at the curvature of it, they have those foam spikes that are made to like kind of deflect it and throw it off into a different direction. Which actually, and I learned this at the wedding that I was at last weekend, that's done by design because people who play street craps, when they throw it against the wall, they can kind of get the dice in their hand in a certain area and actually like land it flat. That spike end doesn't allow for that. It doesn't, kind of like sprays off. But yeah, occasionally you get someone who gets a little overzealous, a little drunk, a little bourboned up, like, yeah, all right, here we go, boom, and they don't like necessarily John Elway it from one end to like all the way off the end. It'll bounce and kind of flick off. And then to the credit, every time I've seen it happen to the people who are running the table, like, no roll, re-roll, and they throw them another dice and it moves on. Business as usual. The good folk.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Seems like something I would like to do. Seems like it would make me the center of attention for a short period of time, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Did you know that chewing gum before your next test could raise your grade or your score? Studies showed that students who chewed gum for 5 minutes before testing had better scores. The chewing motion increases blood flow to your brain and boosts your memory, but chewing gum too long takes too much brain power and makes you tired. We are some feeble fucking creatures, aren't we?
Did it say how long?
5 minutes.
So but no, it said 5 minutes before. Did it say the length? You said too long.
Yes, 5. So just chew for 5 minutes before, and then maybe a few minutes in, and then swallow that shit and fucking get your A.
I have a major exam coming up in 1 week's time. All right. I've
basically, if your jaw is sore, you've done it too long.
All right. Okay. I
got to get you some Bazooka Joe. It'll only last as long as you need it to last. Probably under, as a matter of fact. You'll probably be chewing on fucking just a pink piece of rubber for like 2 minutes, and then you're like, fuck, get this out of here. That's probably the way to go about it. Only Bazooka Joe.
The exam that I have, there's a proctor who's going to be watching me from this webcam that I'm doing this from. And I think there's something about where I would like to blow an entire bubble, like... I'm sorry, man. My bad.
I'm sorry. I gotta pause.
I'm nervous.
Did you know that a dog's nose print is just like a human fingerprint? The nose print of a dog is so unique that the nose printing has been proposed as a more effective way to identify your pet than microchipping. Microchipping. How would that actually work? Would you put a print of your dog's nose on the refrigerator and wait for him to run away and someone to fax you in a non-faxable world a fucking picture of the print? Hey, it's your dog. Here's no print. Ain't mine. No.
I don't know.
Microchip is wildly more effective.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's also assuming that the entire nose, or at least part of the nose, gets smushed up against something, and then a dog detective, an Ace Ventura of sorts, comes and starts, like doing the what is that, like the feathers, like the powder,
the brush,
yeah, and then the tape, and then we need to take this back to the lab for forensics. Like I did not know that a dog's nose is as unique, or if not more unique, than a human fingerprint. But it also seems very taxing to dust and identify a dog's nose.
I want to be a dog nose detective now.
You found your calling, man. Here we go.
It's either like you either got to say that you're going to take it back to the lab, or you got to dictate to someone else.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, send that to the lab. Get a rush on it. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
Excuse me, sir. Are you the one that called about the lost dog? Yeah. I'm going to have to dust your balls for prints.
Then McGruff comes in. Hey, hello.
Whoever this dog detective was, it should just be a buddy cop with McGruff.
That's right. That's right.
Just a buddy cop fucking comedy with McGruff as your partner.
And I don't doubt that like dogs don't press their noses against stuff, but typically
they press them against balls.
I was like, they press them against windows. Like if there's a glass, there'll be like boop
from the windows to your balls.
This is an Usher song, right? Wait, was that Lil Jon?
That was DMX. No.
Jesus.
It was Lil X.
Did you know that couples who smoke weed together are less likely to hurt each other? Studies of couples during the first 9 years of marriage found that those who frequently smoked marijuana together were less likely to engage in domestic violence.
I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know that, but I don't think it takes a genius to understand.
Yeah. I don't have smokers are docile people. So yeah, I don't. It's just like you yell at each other about something. You're like, you want to get high, man? Okay.
Doesn't mean you don't think about it. Just means you're too lazy to follow through with it.
You get stoned and watch The Sopranos? Yeah. That'll work.
Too busy watching like office marathons and creating fucking unique culinary treats.
Yeah.
There's nothing to fight about.
Nope.
Well, it doesn't shock me, but I figure part of that, Christ, man, living together and being married is hard. Not easy. And sometimes you gotta stimulate your mind.
Says the only non-married man in the fucking podcast.
Hey, man, I'd feather and dust dogs' noses, all right? I know what I'm talking about. I'm a pro.
Take nose prints. I'm the best nose printer.
Take it down to the pound. Going downtown to Chinatown.
Down to Pound Town. And finally, did you know if you die alone in your home, your pets will eat you? Dogs might wait several days until they're starved for food, but cats will likely eat you within a day or two because cats don't give a fuck.
Cats are the devil.
Damn, a cat will.
I mean, that also makes sense. Yeah, I mean, does it not?
Well,
yeah, because they're predators.
Yeah, they need to eat their carnivore, they're omnivores if we're being technical, but
cats aren't. Cats are carnivores.
I do wonder.
Pure carnivores, they'll eat vegetables, so they're omnivores technically.
No, cats
only meat
for the most part.
Yeah, only look, go online. There's a whole fucking lane of people who like make their cats vegan. And their cats live like 6 years, and their fucking fur's falling off, and they're thin as a rail. Cats don't eat salad. Cats eat fucking meat.
I'm not saying
Anyway.
exclusively. I'm just saying we might be able to introduce vegetable into a cat diet. That's all I'm saying.
I think you can. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we also had a cat. Like we had a cat. Mur probably knows this cat, Ozzy, who also ate Doritos and Cool Whip. Now, was that something like, yeah, we're gonna regularly make this a regimented diet thing? No, but the cat thing. It shocked me, but it doesn't shock me, and here's why. Because I wonder. Okay, so when lions, if their cubs get killed, the moms will eat them as a mourning technique. I wonder if the same applies to tabby cats or house cats.
Huh. Look at this
No.
guy.
They're
Look
just
at the big
dicks.
green on bread. Fucking
It's like,
no.
it's like a mourning thing, you know.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
I'll have to. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I do want to look at like if that's like a theory or if that's a tried and true fact. Because like part of me thinks that like it's also part of their instinct to not leave like a fresh kill behind. So it could be a morning thing, or it could be like, he ain't doing nothing.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm certain that the biologists who have studied this behavior haven't necessarily been able to get up close and center with the microphone. Like, oh yeah, hey, tell me why you're doing this. Explain to me why you're eating your freshly killed newborn that a hyena ran over.
Well, I just felt like he was part of me at one point, and I've never make him part of me again.
I'm gonna poop him out. It'll be great.
No, but
Open
the
bunghole.
fact that they eat
Open bunghole.
and the other thing with this too is like dogs will like start with like the other parts of your body, but cats will start with your face. Like cats, dogs will eat like from your legs, or they will eat your crotch. They'll start with your balls and shit like that, but not only because it's like delicious and exposed. Whereas a cat will just literally start eating your face immediately.
See,
that's where they start.
That right there, I can't justify anything other than what I had just talked about the fact that they eat your face, or they start your face. Dicks. There it is.
I'm staunchly anti-cat, so you don't got to fucking preach to me.
It's amazing.
And that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
Well, thank you all. Hey, look, I'm not a big hockey guy. I know, Burnout, you guys are kind of like, you guys even fans at all?
It's something I've always wanted to get into, but like, because Baltimore doesn't have a team, and I'm such a fucking homer, I can't go for the Capitals. I don't like anything north of the Mason-Dixon line. Mm-hmm. And actually, it's funny because me and your brother decided that we wanted to be like Vegas Golden Knights fans, and only because they were brand new. And then the season we decided we wanted to do that, they went straight to the championship, and we're like, God damn it, now we're going to look like fucking bandwagoners.
Can't do
so,
that.
like,
yeah.
I just couldn't. Just never got into. I like the sport. I played the sport. I think it's a fantastic sport. I think it might be possibly the most athletic of all of the big sports. But I don't know. It's too long of a playoff season. That's all.
Fun fact: there was I don't even know what you would call her. What would you say? What would you call an attractive woman socialite who fucked a lot of athletes and celebrities?
Gold digger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
Kim Kardashian.
She she was from like the 80s and early 90s. She said that the best sex came from hockey players simply because of the way they were built.
Simply because Russian machine pound hard. I dig hockey, but like all of the things that Murr said are like no Baltimore team, fucking on DC, Pennsylvania is just whack, so I'm not doing anything there.
Right.
So I just got no reason to. I really tried to be a Cavs fan. So we like even bought a piece of merch, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a Caps fan. And I was like, nope, DC, it fucking sucks. They suck.
So
they don't suck. They're great. They're actually good. It'd be nice.
They're good. They have a great fan base. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm not a I'm not a hockey fan, but I found this amazing. This day, 1952. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? 69 years ago. They theorize that this is when the octopus getting chucked on the ice after a hat trick was invented. In Detroit at Joe Louis Arena, the Detroit Red Wings. I don't know if you guys read up on this. I don't know if you guys know about this, but think about this. Like, guy scores his third goal in the game. Some wahoo is like, yep, bought this fresh fucking octopus. Whee! chucks it out on the floor. Some of those fuckers, I've seen some of these photos. If you get like depending upon when you grew up, some of the poundage of these things really are going to cost you a couple $100. And I get it, you get once in a lifetime, but ugh. I mean, I'm equal parts amazed and amused by the tradition of the Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, it's 100%. Because think about it like this, Wes. Somebody had to stuff a dead octopus into their pants, stuff it in their shirt, keep it in their jacket, and somebody may not have scored a hat trick that night.
Is that right?
And you've got like a 8-pound ball of slime that you've just dragged into a fucking major fucking sporting event that you may or may not use.
Right. I do also think like, hey, is that an octopus in your pants? And you're just happy to see me? It's like, oh, duh, no, man, I have elephantitis, the dick. It's all good.
I think Murrah hit on my question. It's like, what do you do? Like, what's the process? Is it the same fan? Does he bring a fucking octopus every time? Does he reuse octopi? Like, does he take it back home and freeze it? How good is one octopus good for? Like, does he lose a lot of money on bad octopus, or does he like eat it?
Yeah,
at home or something.
And
is he like a sushi chef? So he's just like uniquely, skilled to just eat fucking octopus all the time.
I can't imagine.
Do the Detroit Red Wings supply the octopus? Is there a cooler like rink side? Like if you buy the ticket 1A in fucking row 1, are you just octopus guy? And like there's a cooler on your seat and it's got a little like instruction card and it said if third goal scored, throw on ice. You know what I mean? Like I got so many fucking questions.
Put on catapult.
Most of them are logistical.
Yeah,
there's a fucking diagram of a guy throwing an octopus.
Well, and an octopus can't be an easy thing to maneuver over top of the glass either. Like I don't care where you're sitting. Like, okay, because it's not like it's like a gelatinous kind of thing.
Yeah, but
it's
I
not
think
like
the head's got a little bit of firmness, squish to it. I would think it'd be like throwing like a Nerf ball with tentacles.
Right, a Nerf ball with 10 Nerf tentacles attached to it.
It'd be like remember those footballs with the tail that fucking whistled when you threw them through the air? It's like that, but with 8 tails.
Right. You mean when John Elway threw the ball 80 yards? I'm sure.
I know he threw it 100. He threw it 100 yards.
Okay, regardless of how far it is, I'm certain.
Vortex.
I'm certain some drunk asshole about 9 beers deep at Joe Louis Arena was like, "Hat trick." Here we go, and and then slugged someone down like 4 rows in front of him. What the
Sorry,
hell? Throw it on the ice.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I was thinking too. It's like, how far did he get it? Did they have to fucking like beach ball it to the ice? Somebody's taking like a tentacle to the fucking ear canal.
and then the first time it happened, either like a ref grabbed it and was like, "What? Wait, hold on. What? Excuse me. Is this it's just calamari for the evening?" Or a Zamboni driver was like, "Wait." And then, ruin Zambonis.
Well, my other question too is like, is it just like happenstance that it ended up going on the ice because of like a hat trick? Like, was that the intended purpose, or was it like this is as good a time as any. Like, because somebody who smuggles an octopus into an arena with the notion that they're going to throw it on the ice, like, they're probably just looking for their spot, right? And if it doesn't happen, they're probably just going to throw it on the ice anyway. So it just so happens somebody scored a hat trick, and I happen to have an octopus in my pants.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with that logic about like that octopus was going to go on the ice no matter what happened, and it just like, so and so scored a goal while they were getting a beer. So and so scored a goal while the other guy was taking a shit. Like, hey man. Now again, some hockey fan's going to rip us to bits, but Gordie Howe, I think he was a Detroit Red Wing. Howe's got 2. Oh, all right. If he scores the 3rd, I'm chucking this fucker on the ice. That's how it happened. Drunk history. That's how.
It's probably a bet. It's probably a drunken bet, like all good things. Fucking somebody was just like, I bet you won't throw an octopus on the ice tonight. Like while they were at the grocery store, and he was like, "Fuck, I won't." And he bought an octopus and he took it to Joe Louis. Somebody scored a hat trick. He's like, "Rup, boom!" Tradition started, and then he just carried a fucking octopus in his pants for the rest of his life,
like a fifth of his net worth.
So Wes, I'm assuming you're the expert on this for now, but like, so at the height of this, does that mean like multiple people started throwing octopi on the fucking rink, like went during the hat trick?
So from what I remember, and again, like the height of my hockey fandom was probably in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s. That's not to say I don't know what's happened since then. I've kept my ear to the grindstone, but that's when I watched. I'm using air quotes. But I do know a couple, like during the regular season, you might get one for a hat trick. During like a playoff run, you might get 1 or 2. I remember a couple times during Red Wings Stanley Cup trots where someone would score a hat trick in the playoffs, especially against like the Avalanche, their big time rivals. You'd get probably like close to a half dozen to 10.
I mean, you realize that means that fans who went to these games, you go on a game night? Yep, we got to stop getting octopus.
Yeah.
They may or may not use that octopus.
Right.
And the amount of time it takes for even a player to score a hat trick is a minimum of 2 periods.
Yeah.
Like, and that's if they're on fucking fire. So that means you're going to be sitting there for at least 30 to 45 minutes with an octopus in your pants.
Yeah. And to think about this, like, okay, Detroit does neighbor a Great Lake. I get that. So it's probably got a fresh seafood thing, but Baltimore does as well. I've been to Philadelphia. I've been to D.C. I've been to New York. I've been to a few other major harbors or major cities that border waterways and things like that. Okay, I live in Baltimore. I don't think I could tell you where I could buy a full octopus.
Oh, yeah, you can get one of those at the Latin Mart or the Asian Mart. Pick one. 100%.
Pick your bodega, man. It just can't be. You just got to pick your ethnicity, right?
Yeah, you just got to. Yeah, and I would say Asian one for that seafood. They're better for that stuff. Are you trying to get like an iguana, a fucking live armadillo? Hit that LA Mart, bro.
Well,
that's what we're about.
Now, my wife, being from an island in the middle of the Atlantic, like she ate octopus growing up.
Yeah.
And a guy I work with lives in New Jersey, and he, at a pure comedy sake, he bought me a full octopus from a seafood market in New Jersey, Atlantic City. And we got it home, and I started to cut it open, and there was this big fucking eyeball and a beak just fucking staring at me. And I just said, nope, that's all you, babe. And she fucking cooked that fucker up.
Yeah.
And not a fan.
Calamari.
No, it wasn't calamari.
That's what calamari is. Calamari is octopus.
No,
I know that, but you can fry anything. It tastes good. This was like a boiled rice octopus stew.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
calamari is also squid. So
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah. But
Also,
see, I
remember we worked at Tabrizi's?
yeah.
So they had that octopus like appetizer. It was in like some pomegranate chili sauce. That shit was fire.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it was a baby octopus though. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts.
The little sucker. Yeah. And they also used to drizzle that sauce in the wings. Oof.
Yes. Yeah, that shit was banging.
Yeah. Me and Alan worked together for a hot minute. Straight fire. Woo!
Server life, bro.
Yeah.
We're at a bustling Mediterranean restaurant.
Yeah.
I would say every waiter there probably 20 to 30 tables a night.
And hated their
Something like
lives. Yeah. All right. Alan, where can you find us, brah?
On the internet.
www.wherever the fuck you go.
Email us at mldcl $. Email us at QR code here. No, we can be found on all your favorite social media platforms. We are The Middle Classholes on Facebook. We are at MDL Classholes on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, for your streaming pleasure, we're on all your favorite podcast platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Good.
Did your voice crack?
Somebody else.
Did you?
I think I like tripped over. I tripped over a guh. I was getting real guttural with the guh. The Google. The Google.
Is it weird that like men our age will still point out that like when it's like if your voice cracks like once a year, and you happen to be around the company of other people, you're like, hey yo,
Yeah.
your voice just cracked?
Oh, your balls dropped yet?
No, I think my new favorite has become calling someone their significant other's name when they leave a putt short while we're golfing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 That's right. So what would you call Sarah if she left a putt short?
I'll be like, yeah, come on, Wes. Fucking hit it, Wes. But that's only if she blasts one past. If she leaves it short, it's fine.
Wes.
If she blasts one past, be like, come on, Wesley. Fucking know your body. Understand. Read the green. Oh, I'll tell you that story later.
Fuck.
Know your body.
All right. Well, folks, yeah. So well, that's what I got for today. And
right.
yeah,
Cool.
All right. Way to peter out.
Know your body.
keep it real, man. Let's go.
That
Love.
DMX song.
R.I.P.
Know your
DMX.
body.
Flesh of my flesh. Blood of my blood.
What? Huh?
Yo, we need somebody to cut that together.